The SpongeBob Squarepants movie. Some of you out there may know that a new SpongeBob Squarepants movie came out this year called SpongeBob Squarepants Sponge Out of Water or something or other, but before I reviewed that, I thought I should go back to the original film from 2004 that some of you might have forgotten. The premise of the film is, of course, that Plankton is trying to once again steal the Krabby Patty formula, and he devises this new plan which involves stealing King Neptune's crown and framing Mr. Krabs for it, which sounds really dumb now I say it. This causes King Neptune, voiced by Jeffrey Tambor, and his daughter, played by Scarlett Johansson, well, yeah, you're listening now, aren't you, to come and try and get the crown back by freezing Mr. Krabs and for some reason sending SpongeBob and Patrick out on a mission to, you know, get the crown back from Shell City, which is apparently a place where no one ever returns. That might have sounded like a lot of nonsense to very many of you who don't know SpongeBob. And even if you do know SpongeBob, it probably still sounded like nonsense. And yeah, it is. That's what SpongeBob SquarePants is, isn't it? It's a bunch of silly things happening for silly reasons, and it's enjoyable for some reason for some people, and some people don't like it. Whether or not you like the SpongeBob SquarePants movie is entirely dependent on whether or not you like the TV show. If you want to find out whether you like this movie, watch an episode. If you like 10 minutes of SpongeBob, then you'll like 80, probably. I mean, this film is so easy to summarise. Like, if you like the show, you'll like the film. This film is essentially an extended version of the show. It doesn't feel very long, it just kind of happens. And it's funny if you like SpongeBob. I personally grew up with SpongeBob. I quite like SpongeBob for what it is. So I kind of like the movie. I thought it was funny. I thought it was, you know, a good film, and it went along at a nice pace. It never got boring for me. There's a lot of cool stuff in it, like that grandma with the ice cream, which turns out to be a fish that's going to try and eat them. I find that funny. And I can see how some people would be driven nuts by SpongeBob. I really do understand that. But you got to appreciate it for what it is. I mean, it is a kid's show. So if you got kids and you want to show them a movie that they're going to like, they like SpongeBob, then they're going to like the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. I remember liking it as a kid. I didn't love it, so I don't have any nostalgia goggles really for it, even though I do remember all of it. I'm not, like, blinded by that, I don't think, but keep that in mind. I did see it as a kid, and I remember pretty much all of this film, funnily enough, which was weird. I didn't realise how well I could remember something like this. Yeah, what's there to say about the character of SpongeBob and Patrick? I mean, they're the focal point of the movie, and they're quite funny together. Patrick's a lovable buffoon sort of thing, and SpongeBob's a loud, naive kid. The whole theme of the movie is that he didn't get the job of manager at the Krusty Krab because he's deemed a kid, and he wants to prove himself a man, and he needs to get the crown back and prove himself a man and save Mr. Krabs. Whoa. Which is... it's kind of funny, I think. I mean, let's be honest, you already know whether you're going to like this film or not. If you don't, then, you know, you're a rare breed, my friend. You might like it. I mean, it's not something that's exactly worth seeking out. It's such a light bit of entertainment. It's very light entertainment. And the only real issue that I can think of that isn't... I mean, it doesn't feel like a movie. It does feel like an extended TV episode. That's also a good thing. Like, I can respect the film for staying loyal to the TV series. That's something that just doesn't happen often enough. It takes what the TV show does and makes it into a feature-length movie. Problem is, it doesn't feel like a movie. Bonus is, it feels like the TV show. So it's kind of difficult to weigh up in that regard. There's a lot of really funny jokes in this movie. For example, I think the beginning where the pirates are coming to the cinema to actually watch the SpongeBob SquarePants movie is pretty enjoyable. I think the opening where SpongeBob is dreaming and he comes in, it's played up so, like, dramatically, where they go in and he's like, there's no pickles in the Krabby Patty. It's like, that's just SpongeBob, isn't it? I found it funny when there's a sad moment with SpongeBob and Patrick and their life is in danger, and then it zooms out and you see all the pirates in the cinema crying. Like, that is the kind of stuff that I think is pretty funny as kids' entertainment, and I find it mildly enjoyable, and it gives me a few giggles as I watch it. It doesn't go any further than that. Like, it's just a bit of a laugh. It's an enjoyable film that is fun to watch, and it's not very long, so it doesn't really fatigue you in any sort of way. So yeah, I think the SpongeBob SquarePants movie is a genuinely enjoyable movie. And in regards to people getting a TV show and bringing it to the big screen, it's a pretty damn good and loyal job, isn't it? So I give the SpongeBob SquarePants movie a 7 out of 10, which, yeah, it's enjoyable. I enjoy the film. Obviously, it doesn't tax me on an intellectual level or anything. It's not groundbreaking by any means. There's a certain lightness to it, which is enjoyably light, but also at the same time a little too light, if you understand what I mean. It's it's mild entertainment, and you can't really go wrong with it. And for kids, it's perfect. I mean, if they like SpongeBob, it's perfect. And if you, as a parent, apparently quite a few parents actually enjoy the show. If you, as a parent, don't mind SpongeBob, then you won't mind the film any more than you mind the TV show. You know, they're equal enjoyment levels. So, you know, I give it credit for that. So guys, that was my quick review of the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. If you like the video, please like and favourite in the boxes below. You know what to click, and please subscribe, it helps me more than you know. There's a review of SpongeBob Sponge Out of Water, I can never remember what that movie's called, coming out tomorrow if you want to see that, so stay tuned to watch that, and thank you again so much for watching.